on, baby. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. Happy day to you all. Happy day. And welcome to Bonnet Confessions.
Come on in, bring a friend. It's Bonnet Confessions on Resurrection Sunday. Okay.
Okay. I love it. I love it. All right. Welcome, everyone. We are here for non-judgmental girl talk. Listen, that's why we have our bonnets on. So it blocks us. This is our superpower. And it blocks us from judgment. So come on in, bring a friend, and join us in this conversation. Tonight, we are celebrating National Women's Month. This is the last day of the month that we're going to always celebrate it, baby. But officially, okay, seriously. But for those who are new, come on in, just get relaxed, start your week off with a blast. And my name is, I am Bonnet Sister Hype.
I am Bonnet Sister So Focused.
I am Bonnet Sister No Nonsense.
And I am Bonnet Sister Jet Setter.
And we're here to just have good old chit chat. Now, if you have an advice or you have a confession or you need advice or you just want to join the conversation and join us on stage, let us know and we will send you the link. You can join us. We can have about 8 ladies on the stage, so don't be afraid to come and join us, okay? And if you don't have your bonnet, it's okay, but we will judge you.
I have my bonnet on tonight.
I'm so glad.
If you don't have your superpower, we will judge you. So anywho, welcome. And if you're in the comments, just say hello and where you're seeing us from. And if you all can see the comments, because I cannot at this time. So anywho, it's Resurrection Sunday. What y'all do today? Everybody? What y'all do? I went to church and they had an Easter egg hunt and we ate afterwards. And I was taking little kids Easter egg candy because they was like opening up and they was like, "Ooh, I don't like this." I was like, "Give it to me." Probably great grandma went and bought some of this candy, y'all, because you know those little caramels with the white in the center.
Yeah, those are good.
That was in the Easter egg.
But kids were like, "Ew."
Exactly.
What is that?
Those are called cowtails.
What candy is that?
They're called caramel. Well, they're bigger than the cowtail, but they're similar to it. It's caramel, but it has like a white filling in the inside. Look on my Facebook page because it's on there.
Is it that little candy you were showing? Oh, sorry, I didn't see my face. That had okay.
Yeah, so they had them in the little eggs that they was the kids. I was like, "Give me that candy, little boy." He was like, "I don't really like these."
Well, did
somebody went to the general dollar
and make your babies? Did your girls get an Easter basket? Did you make them an Easter basket with the children candy that you was taking?
No.
Felt like that was shade.
The girls got a basket, guys.
Oh, they did. Okay.
Yay.
Daria bought them a basket. She came in from Charlotte, and she got them a basket, one a blue and one a pink one, and had candy, and they were so shocked. Charmel was like, "I was about to cry."
See, Daria was listening last week when I said go buy them babies some Easter baskets.
She was.
She was listening.
Yeah, so
I went to 2 services today.
All right.
Okay.
Via Facebook because I was driving to my parents. But,
okay.
I thought you ran from church to church.
Yeah, girl. Okay. From pillow. What is it? From pillow
to pillow.
Yeah. No, I got up this morning. Oh goodness, I didn't want to get on the highway early, but I was like, I want to catch one church. I wanted to catch, and then I wanted to catch my home church. So I was looking for 6 a.m. sunrise service, but I didn't understand why the mega churches didn't do that here. Very weird, because he rose. But anyway, so I caught the 8:30 service from Love and Faith with Dr. Thomas. which was really good. And then I caught the 10 a.m. service with my hometown church, Center Grove Missionary Baptist Church. And it was good. Both services was good. They had the little babies up there singing for the Easter. And then they had a little Easter speech. But it was good. It was really good. And then I drove to my parents, which is 2 hours away from me. And by the time I got there, they was leaving from the church that I have attended. So yeah. Yes.
That was good.
Yes. So it was good. I had a good Sunday. And then I just drove back. I've probably been back now about an hour.
You had a busy day.
I haven't seen kids do Easter speeches in years now.
Really?
Me either.
Oh,
Yeah,
Because I guess the kids are old. Like in our church, they've gotten older, so they don't really.
Nobody's
do the Easter
procreated?
speech. Huh?
Nobody's
Not me.
procreated?
No, child. And the ones that did, they don't come. They ride in the car watching online.
Listen, I'm not hating on you. I'm a bedside Baptist attendee typically, but the past 5 or 6 Sundays I've been going to the building. And today I didn't have to drag him. I told my son, I want you to go to church with me. He said I need to go buy a suit. That was his only, he wanted to wear a suit. So we went shopping yesterday, bought a suit. He knew exactly what he wanted. He went in, we grabbed it. I looked at the price. The pants was like $88. I was like, okay. Child, got to the register. It was $300. I didn't know the jacket was like $200.
Oh my Lord.
But listen, he wanted a suit. He went to church. He ain't giving me no. Okay, cool. So get up this morning. We getting dressed. He texts me because he lives in the basement. He lives in his mama's basement. He texts me. He wears a 36 in the waist. I bought a 38 because I knew he had his daddy's thighs.
Okay.
He said, why can I not get these 38s over my thighs?
Oh.
Wait a minute. So y'all went shopping, but he didn't try the pants on?
Because he said, we're buying the size up and I just wear a belt. He didn't want to try on pants. I made him try on a jacket. So he ended up, I said, well, get them dress jeans. He got a pair of dark wash jeans. I said, pull them jeans out. You about to be in jeans and a blazer. So,
yeah.
So that's how he
What? Oh my God.
Oh, dang.
Well,
I was like, I hope
good.
they take the price tag off because they going back.
Exactly.
I know that's right. Making in a hurry.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Wow. That's
Wow.
crazy.
What about you? No nonsense.
So I went to the building today. I have been trying to go to the building. I had told God that I was going to try to go to the building every Sunday this year. I ain't made it every one, but I made it a lot of them. So I went today, but on the way to the building, I pulled off the highway and had my own praise and worship. I got a testimony about my Superman. My Superman went to whoever in the audience and don't know, Superman is my dad. Superman woke up this morning saying he wanted to go to sunrise service. And so he went to sunrise service. They got him dressed, and him and his fiance and my uncle went to sunrise service this morning. The pastor came over and he asked the pastor to pray for him to be healed. And he said that he wants to live and he wants to walk. So I read that this morning. That was it. I was like, all right, Jesus, I can just go back to bed. I don't even need, because this is all the glory I need right here. But I went anyway. It was an amazing service. I have never heard the Easter service preached like the pastor preached it today. And y'all know I didn't grow up in church. So I've never, like, when I got to church, they had like bounce houses in the parking area for after service. Like they were doing the Easter egg hunt for after service and all that stuff. And so I was like, what is this? Like, what did they do? I was thrown off, but it was for after service. And they had like these golden tickets for kids. And so I was just like, okay, y'all had that, because I wasn't finna stand outside and do all that. So I went to see my Superman. We had a long talk. For us, it was a long talk. My baby son and Fluffykins went to church today. So it was just a good day. I hung out with my dad, and I made cheesecake brownies when I got home. Like all the stuff I shouldn't have did. I was so excited. I made cheesecake brownies, child. It was just a good day. It was a good day.
Not the resurrection brownies.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, child. Yes, honey.
Restoration brownies.
Yes. Yes.
And it was a beautiful day. I don't know, how was it in Florida? It was
Yes.
almost 80 degrees here.
Yes, it was an
Yes.
absolutely beautiful day, not a cloud in the sky. And when I tell
Mhm.
y'all this Holy Week has been holying, it has been an amazing,
Mhm.
amazing week. Like God has just shown up and shown out.
No doubt. Yep.
Yes, honey. I'm just sitting over here, mouth wide open, just thankful. Ain't got no words to make it make no sense, child. Just thankful.
That's all you need.
That's all you're right. Exactly. That's awesome.
I tried to
Okay,
go
let's
outside today after church. I cooked. My son wanted brunch, so I made just breakfast, really biscuits, sausage, eggs, and grits. And then I was gonna go outside and watch the games. Right? I went out there. Everything was yellow. Okay,
Yeah.
get the blower. The pollen was like,
Yeah.
Mm.
we going nowhere.
yes. I just went back inside and went to sleep.
Uh-uh.
I got to get the pressure washer out for this pollen. This pollen this year has been like, hey,
Yeah. That's what I was about to say. That pollen was like, you got to wash me first
yeah,
before
wash me white as snow.
Oh, speaking of white as snow, I watched Dream Center's
Oh.
church service, 10
Oh.
o'clock church service today on YouTube. Bruh, the play.
Right.
Ooh.
Let me tell y'all about the play though, because I went, to the 12 o'clock Dream Center service, and we sat on the end of the row that Jesus came down, and I had my son on the end. When Jesus is crawling and hollering, screaming, they were actually beating him with a cat of nine tails, and he had all these. I mean, they do a great job with the drama department at Dream Center. The cross was huge. They was howling and screaming. They had the ladies crying. It was just really dramatic, and he was like, "Okay, this is kind of cringy." It was intense.
It was very intense.
It was what Dream Center does is we do praise and worship. We give our offering, and then it's a 45-minute play. And then Bishop in 10 o'clock service, he came up and gave a little mini sermon. 12 o'clock service, it was just shouting. After the play, we shouted. People joined the church, and we went home. It was just shouting. So that play, if you have time and you're inclined to go on YouTube and watch the Dream Center Church of Atlanta, because there's another Dream Center church in Florida, the play is really good. And it was funny. One funny thing they did, because they do it every year, so they put a different twist on it. When they let the thief off the cross, he ran in the audience and grabbed this lady's purse and ran out.
Oh my goodness, that is hilarious.
Oh my
It was
God.
she was planted and she was holding her purse in her lap, but it was just
Yeah,
hilarious.
that is hilarious.
That's funny. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. All right, let's do some
Um,
shout outs. Hey Colleen, hey Amy, hey Joanne. Joanne
yeah.
said next time have him take his pants and open them out like he's going to wear them, put them around his neck. If the two ends meet, they will fit his waist.
I
What?
saw that on TikTok.
Say that one more time. Read it.
Take the pants as if he's wearing them, hold them up, and then put them around his neck. And then if the two ends meet, then they will fit his waist.
Yep.
What ends? The waist?
No,
Yeah, like the pants. You're holding the
like
pants
when you
here.
put them on.
Oh,
Yeah.
You're gonna take
okay.
them around like this,
Yeah.
and if they meet, then it will fit his waist.
Well, his waist wasn't the problem. His
It was his
thighs were the
thighs.
problem. His dad had these huge, his dad was an amateur bodybuilder, so he had these huge thighs.
Mm.
My son is in a weightlifting class, and so he's been squatting 300 something pounds in class, and his thighs are now huge.
Ah,
And the 38 waist, which is a size up from the waist he wears, that would have been fine if he could get the pants to his waist. It was his thighs that they got stuck in.
ah.
So we have to buy. He was in Zara, which is like European cut. He can't wear that, bro. You ain't European of no sort. You got to go get Afrocentric pants,
Right.
or do like we had to do for William. We always would have to buy a really big suit and have it tailored, or just have his suits custom made. Now I'm not getting ready to make suits for no 16-year-old custom. So we're gonna have to just get the waist tailored from now on.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what Jules said. Jules says gotta get them custom, baby.
Not for a child, I'm not. Nope, he got to have a whole job before I'm buying.
Not a growing child. He's still a growing
Hey
child.
Meredith. Hello, Meredith. Hey, out the Lenora. Joanne said Marilyn is in the house.
But I'll be doing that for my pants. That's a good tip because I don't know what my waist size is now. I guess I could measure it, but I'll be doing that for myself. So thank you for that tip.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bonnet, Sister Joanne.
That's good to know.
I love it. I love it. All right. So it is National Women's Month. Listen, before I say what I was going to say, speaking of women, these girls playing this basketball, they is showing out. You hear me?
Yes.
They are showing out. I am loving it. I'm loving all the media that they're getting. It's like, yes, they're finally getting recognized for their hard work, their dedication. And it couldn't happen no better time than National Women's Month.
Yes.
But that little Juju, that little freshman, baby, I love it. I love it. I love it. And then for the opportunity for these college kids to get monetized for their name, image, likeness. Listen, they can make this money right now. Don't even have to go to pro. Really.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Because the average WNBA player, baby, you can make more working down at the Walmart. But maybe the interest in college sports will carry over to the WNBA and the tickets will sell and the prices will go up and then the women can make more. So maybe this is a sea change, you know, in what women can make in professional sports without having to go. The reason Brittany Griner was hostage is because she was playing in Russia because she couldn't make enough money, as good as she is, to live by just playing in NBA, so WNBA. So she would go overseas, as many of them do, and play in the off season to make some money.
Yeah, that's wild. What's the Caitlyn girl that Ice Cube wanted to pay her $5 million?
Yeah, and I'm scratching my head because I've been involved with the Big Three since the beginning. Dr. J is one of the coaches, and I did the deal, for him every year. And listen, I'm not going to disclose what he made, but they ain't paying nobody no millions, not even no several hundred thousands. So Ice Cube must be writing this check out of his pocket because those people are gonna, start watching the Big Three. But she'll have to decide between the Big Three or the WNBA because they both play in the summer. She would be able to do both. And the WNBA won't pay her 500,000, 50,000. So she better be Big Threeing it up.
Yeah, exactly.
I know that's what I would be doing, honey.
Me too.
Switch.
But she got to play against men.
She got to play against what?
Older men. She's got to play against men. I mean, they'll be retired NBA players, but I think she can hang. I wouldn't even care. If I was her, I'd be out there just fouling out for $5 million.
I'll be flopping like Kobe.
Hitting people, trying to catch fouls. Hitting people. I need to foul out real quick.
Listen. I just be hitting them threes like she be hitting them. Don't let nobody touch me. Just hit them threes, baby. I love it. I love it. What about your girl, Sha'Carri? What do y'all think about her? Like, did she turn her life around or did she turn her life around?
The track athlete?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed it. What'd she do?
She's just no longer that talk. She's changed her whole image in the sense of she's just showing her action and showing how good she is instead of talking about it, right? And it's okay to talk smack, but now it's like her image. She must have had somebody come and just do a mindset change for her because now she is just so laser focused. And that paycheck is telling the difference too, but her performance is as well.
That's good because the Olympics are coming this summer.
Yep. I think she had an aha moment. I don't know if she does have somebody talking to her or not, but I think she had an aha moment once she did all of that when she got all that backlash from the time before. And then I felt like in that next time she was like, oh, I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And then she showed them. So like, you remember when she took off the wig or whatever, and that was the moment. But I felt like she was like, I'm that girl. Like, y'all need to realize that I'm that girl. I'm not going to be stupid anymore. I'm not going to do this. I felt like I don't know if she's somebody to talk to, but I felt like she had that talk within herself. Like, you know what I mean?
Well,
And I'm happy for her. I'm glad that she did.
I feel like losing her family member made a big impact.
Oh yeah.
Because she was already a smack talker, but then, she started using other things in her grief process, right, to help handle that and the pressures of, being, well, being one of the fastest women on the country, right? So it was a lot,
Yeah.
and not knowing how to handle that. I don't feel like she had anybody to help her prior to, so she was just doing what she knew how to do at the moment, right? But grief affects people in different ways, and she just did what she knew how to do, how to handle it. And I feel like having the time to, like, So Focus said, to be within herself and to possibly get some coaching. But I really feel like losing that family member gave her the time to just be within herself and be like, well, okay, what is it that I really want to do? And understand what her gift is and see, like from a different lens, the talent that God has actually given her and how she can use it effectively.
Yeah, Meredith said, she said, let her action on the track speak for
Yeah.
herself.
Yeah.
And Meredith always also said she changed her coach and management team.
Oh, okay.
Well, they did a good job. I think she probably also stopped trying to sneak and smoke.
Right.
And just now she has a clear head and she can focus. That probably also helped.
Yeah, definitely so.
Wow.
I just, you look at people who have been through things and they've changed, they rebrand. But I want to just speak about that a little to us and to everyone in the audience. No matter what you've gone through, you can rebrand. And it doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are, or whatever. You can reinvent yourself. So a lot of times people think that they're just stuck where they are, and this is what they make cakes, pound cakes, and they always gonna make pound cakes. They're gonna be the pound cake woman, but they want to get out of that. Understand that you can rebrand and you can get out of that if that's what you want to do. However, you've got to change your mindset. You've got to get quiet within yourself and say what you want to do, and then execute it, make it happen. Because so many times we just, whatever, this is my life, this is the way it is. That's a fixed mindset. You need to have a growth mindset and just go beyond. And if you don't even know what to do, just, y'all know me, I want to get quiet and let the Lord tell you. But if you ain't got that relationship with the Lord, get on YouTube and start searching some stuff.
Yeah,
I mean,
Come hit you.
Right.
but even on YouTube, he may send something through YouTube to help you, right? Because I know me, I'm a big thinker, right? So I think about the end before the beginning. I have the end in mind and I don't know how to get there. So I'm the person who has to research stuff, ask questions, ask your mama them, can you find somebody to tell me something? And I'm always trying to put myself in rooms, and even if I can't physically be there, I'll still be on Clubhouse trying to listen to somebody talk about something, just because somebody might say something, but that's the plan, right? For somebody to say something that I don't know. And I have always told my children this, but this is something I actually practice. If you're the smartest person in your group, you need a new group. Everybody and all my group is smarter than me. And I'm not putting myself down, but I do this on purpose. The purpose is to be in a situation where I can grow and learn and become better.
Exactly.
I was going to say that too. If you don't know how to rebrand yourself or what you want to grow into, find somebody online who you admire and listen to them and let that seep into your psyche. And you don't have to imitate them, but you can take on parts of their persona that fit you, the new you. I've done that many times, and I still do that. I find people that I respect and admire, and I watch how they move, and then I blend that into how I naturally move, and it helps me grow. And I know there are people watching me to see how I move.
Right.
And so I'm cognizant of how I move. I saw something where somebody was saying on Facebook about people who have brands on Facebook, which feels like everybody all of a sudden. And if they are always complaining about their customers or going online talking about their customers or their business interactions, how they wouldn't do business with that person because they don't respect their customers. You know,
Exactly.
you tell people who you are, even when you come out of character and start talking about your personal life online, you know, be
Yeah.
cognizant of that kind of thing.
You see it all the time too. I mean, I have a friend of mine. She teach mindset, shifting your mindset, like from the back room to the boardroom is her thing, and she's really, really good. Like she's like grown her business to like crazy, and she's really good. But it does all start with your mindset. Pretty much anything you do. But some
Yes.
people are so stuck, like and it's like, how do they get out of it? And it's just like you got to change your mindset.
Mm-hmm.
But I
So,
mean, you have to continually, from
Most
somebody
definitely.
who has been stuck and still sticks from time to time,
hmm
it is a continual process, right? Like it's like this tape, right? Like this tape will stick, but I have to unstick. Like I have to be strong enough mentally to know when I'm sticking to something that I'm not supposed to be. Like y'all know, okay, Sheila, I'm finna cuss, okay? So y'all know how I am. I will wear the shirt that say I'm the person that coined I got 5 minutes in my shit, right? So I will give myself my 5 minutes in that place. I'm getting better, hype. I'm getting better. I will give myself that 5 minutes in that place. And once I give myself that 5 minutes in that place, all right, that's my time. We need to try to move different, right? And in different people, spaces and places in their life, it might take them a little bit longer than 5 minutes. But the point is you don't permanently stick there. You give yourself the time. And I don't care if you have to just move on like that. What's today? Sunday. So yesterday was a bad day for me. Yesterday was a bad mental health day for me. So I just took myself out of my house. My purpose was to just drive to Starbucks. And I was like, I'm just gonna go get coffee because I need to get out of my space, right? I need to get out of my house. I mean, I ended up getting derailed, went to go visit two houses that was for sale, all kind of stuff. But I needed to get out of my space in order to help change it. So people also need to understand that sometimes changing your mindset takes a little bit of actions of and being intentional.
Mm-hmm.
Not just saying, oh, you just need to switch your mindset. It's not like a light switch.
hmm
Sometimes you gotta put action behind it.
hmm
Most definitely.
Yes, you do.
Colleen said, I'm no longer the sharpest tool in the shed. LOL. She also said, at 50, I'm learning new things daily. That's where growth and elevation happen.
Yes.
Mhm.
Most
Yay.
definitely.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
It happens daily, but so many times we just get stuck. We don't change our environment. We don't take those moments and be intentional. Like you were saying, Angela, it's a day by day thing, right? So sometimes when you need to like get a break, sometimes we don't, right? Because life just like, oh, you got to finish this project, you got to do this, you don't have time, da 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 da. And it's like, no, I value myself enough to pause and get this mental break so I won't just go off on somebody, right?
Mhm.
And that's so very important. But every woman that listens, whoever hears this, I want you to understand that you are worthy. You need to take out time for yourself, invest in yourself. And a lot of people, when we say that, a lot of people always think money. I got to go to the spa, get my nails done, get my hair done, get da 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 da. No, it does not always involve money. It can be simply just walking in the park with no distractions, or just listen to some music, or a bubble bath, or just different things that resonate with you so you can pause, regroup, because all those distractions and all those hats that we wear, it gets hard. Like it gets hard. uh,
Mhm.
Period. So this is why it's so important to take these pauses and do some evaluation for yourself. We take care of so many other people in our lives that we don't pause and take enough for ourselves. We get a
Yeah.
runny nose and we just running with tissue. But we don't pause and say, my body's telling me I need to rest. That's why I got this runny nose. I'm catching a head cold, as you jet setter always catch the head colds. So we have to understand our body is going to speak to us we need to pause and be intentional what we're doing, because you are definitely worth it. But it's time for us to get unstuck. It's time for us to stop just like putting a
Going through
cover over it,
Yeah.
right? And it's rotting away. It is time for us to really be intentional for ourselves, make ourselves happy. And if we need to rebrand, we no longer the cake lady, the month cake lady. We want to do something else. What? It's okay. You can reinvent yourself. So focus on what you really want, what makes you happy.
Yeah, two
Really,
things I want to say to piggyback off that, because those are excellent points. One, your body is going to whisper to you
Mm-hmm.
until it starts shouting at you.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to start shouting at you if you don't listen to the whispers. That's going to look like hospitalizations. That's going to look like heart attacks. She was just fine. I just saw her.
Right.
People are just having heart attacks and strokes out of nowhere, but it's not out of nowhere. They've been ignoring the dizziness. They've been ignoring the racing heartbeat that they felt, didn't want to tell anybody. So listen to your body, listen to your emotions. And then the second thing, if you think about babies have a nighttime routine. Like you give them their bottle, you bathe them, you change them, you sing to them, whatever, you read to them. If they're children, adults should have those too. Like have a time before you just fall out in the bed exhausted, where you do something that is your ritual that tells your body it's okay, you can relax, whether that's spending extra time washing your face using different products, or a bubble bath, or read your Bible, something, whatever centers you. Althea said her body is screaming. Listen to it, because it's trying to tell you something, Althea. And this is something that I've started doing since COVID, really, when COVID made me slow down and sit still more. Because I used to jet setter. Y'all think I fly now. Y'all didn't know me and my memories come up. Every other day I was on a plane. I'm realizing now that I look there's some days that on my memories, every single day for the past 12 years, I was on a plane that day. You hear what I'm saying? When I look at my Facebook memories, every day, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 6, every year I was on a plane that day. And that's several days that happens. And I didn't realize it until I stopped doing it. How crazy it was, how much I was flying. I was 200,000 miles a year on Delta and several other flights on other airlines, overseas flights, just ridiculous. And when COVID happened and I had to stop, because everybody had to stop, I started these rituals. Y'all see, I'm always out here. This is a deck that's probably 10 square feet of my house. I love it because I'm cocooned in it, and it's my space. Nobody can come out here with me. There's no room for them. And I end all my days right here. I don't care if I'm sleeping when I get home. I'm going to come out here, have my moment, maybe have a cigar, maybe just listen to music and just kind of have my wind down headspace, and then go to bed. Or I usually don't take a shower before I come out here, because I don't want to get a head cold. So that I can hop in the shower, I'm relaxed already, and then go to bed. But yeah, you deserve to give yourself that space. We've all had toddlers where you can't even go to the bathroom without some little fingers poking under the door. But give yourself, if it's a wake up ritual, if you wake up and meditate or pray or read your Bible or stretch or whatever you're into, just give yourself that time to have self-care in that way.
Most definitely. Amy said, one shout out. Amy said, your body will shut you down if you don't.
Yeah.
And we don't want that. Colleen said, take time for you, a before bed ritual. Aha moment. And hello to everyone. Hey, Coach Q just popped on as well.
Hey.
Hello, everyone that's watching. But we really want to celebrate women. But listen, you have to be here for us to celebrate you. We don't want to talk about you like, oh, they were a good person. You hear the most stuff when people pass, like, oh my God, I love their pound cake, and they was the best person. They gave the sweetest hugs. We want to celebrate you now. So we want to celebrate you when you're in a good mental space. And if you're not, you need to learn the steps to get there. And you need to learn how to love yourself. And a lot of times we don't get quiet because we don't know ourselves.
A lot of times people can't stand to be by themselves. And then
exactly.
The thoughts are like, ah!
Yes, exactly. That's true.
I wanted to add something, and I know this is kind of quirky what I'm about to say, but listen, Um, I look at every woman's top when I look at another woman, and it's because I'm top heavy, right? I need to urge people for the importance to pay attention to love yourself enough to invest in a bra and some panties. Okay. I don't care if you buy them from Walmart or Target. I don't care if you buy them from the General Dollar. Okay, listen.
The
I'm gonna
general type.
just because having on a something new, right? Nobody has to see it.
Right.
Having panties without a hole in them. Having the ones that you only wear once a month that you gotta wear other times of the month because the other ones, we don't need to cycle those. Love yourself enough to know I'm going to start with stuff people cannot see. And then I'm going to exude through the things that people can see, right? Like, listen, if I were to go out the house without my girls being in alignment, people would know it, right? Because that's the way my body is shaped. But if you have to take your kids to school, if you're taking your dog for a walk, I'm telling you, when you go outside to take them children to school with your bonnet on and the sweatshirt with no bra and the sweatpants that got a hole in the bottom, somebody gonna see you. Right? That's the day you're gonna run into somebody. They're gonna be like, hey, ooh, hey girl,
We gonna pray for you.
right? When you sliding around in them Crocs that ain't got no bottom on them no more, go buy yourself. Okay? Like,
Not the Crocs with
I'm
no
saying.
Here's a pro tip. That's a good point. And here's a pro tip. Go to Soma Intimates, and most malls have them.
I
And
love
they will measure you for a bra.
Yeah.
Act
JC
like you
Penney
gonna find
still
one.
will. JC Penney will still measure you.
Who?
JC Penney.
Dillard's
Okay.
too.
You can go in there. You don't have to buy it. You just get
Right.
measured so you know what size you need.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can order it from somewhere more affordable. But it's really important that you have on the right size bra.
Yes.
Or you might as well not have one on.
Yeah, okay.
Right, that's true.
Exactly.
When you're top heavy, though, there's places like Lane Bryant, Soma, they have different sales throughout the year, right? But just no matter whether you're A through double G, I don't care what you are, just make sure you are taking care of yourself. The point was underneath your clothes, as well as because it still gives you a boost of confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so true. That was great advice. Hello, Nakia. Thanks for coming, stopping by. This is some great advice, but you know what, guys? And I'm just going to be 100 with you. Everyone is not taught that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Everyone is not taught about the undergarments.
Yeah.
Everyone was not raised like that. I know someone who has not bought a new bra in years. And it's just like they're not taught that, but to understand the importance of it, not just so you can look good and feel good, but also just it'll help your back, especially if you're top heavy, if you have the right one, it's not digging into you. There's so many advantages of that. So thank y'all for sharing that. It's real like practical advice. Like this is what girl talk is about. Non-judgment, the whole person, right? Not just the outward appearance, your inside and your undergarments as well. Go ahead, self-focus.
And can y'all help y'all older aunts not to get them cone shaped ones? Because I'm really trying to figure out where my aunt keep buying them from.
JC Penney.
They are.
Yes, I was just about to say that.
They are cones.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, girl,
They be
JC
you
sticking
don't
out.
get them triple G cones away from me.
JC Penney's and Macy's.
Like cones, like they coming at you like this?
Like Madonna.
Like Madonna.
Like Madonna cones like this.
Yes. And it ain't no A-cup cone.
No.
That's definitely JC Penney.
Yeah, JC Penney's Macy's still selling too. Like I'm not going to it's just for me. I didn't grow up speaking about what Bonnet Sister Hype said. Some people aren't taught certain things, right? I know that my mom's side of the family is top heavy, but when my auntie would be lopsided, I just knew something was wrong with that, right? And when my granny just sat in her lap, I knew something was wrong with that too, right? I mean, granny had got to the point she didn't care. Like, they gonna do what they gonna do, and she didn't care no more. But I knew that I didn't want to look like that, right? So back in the day when Fredericks of Hollywood was still open, I mean, I shopped there so much the lady would call me when they would have buy one get one for a penny. And that's how long I've been doing this, because they don't do none of that no more. But I would just buy them because I was afraid almost to not have enough. It almost became like an obsession, right? Like I know that I have taught my girls there's 7 days in a week. You need no less than 7.
Mm-hmm.
Like no less than 7. You don't, you know, every couple of months you need to be throwing out pennies and buying new ones, right? Like you don't wash them 15 times, hopefully more than that. And I'm gonna need you to just buy some more. And but she was right. People aren't taught that. People are also not taught how to shave properly, how to take care of their body parts. Like that is not always a discussion that's handled properly.
That's what need to be on TikTok. Somebody need to show people how to bathe on TikTok. Then the children will know.
Yeah.
Because that's
Versus
what
the
they
people on
learn.
there that said they haven't bathed in 46 days.
Say what now?
Versus the people who's on there that said they haven't bathed in 46 days.
But that's a new thing now, Jet Setter.
Yeah, it's a
People
new
are
thing.
not bathing on an everyday basis. That's a new thing.
Yep.
And it's not just clear people. There are people of all nationalities that are just going natural. And it's, some people bodies, their pH is, some people can go days without deodorant and their pHs don't show the difference. But I mean, your skin is an organ, right? It still sheds and you still go into different environments, even if you're in your own home environment. Once you open your windows, once you get in your bed, there's microorganisms everywhere. They're in the air, right? So you still need to wash.
Yeah.
And I mean, soap is required.
Okay, Lindsay said 18-hour bra. Amy said missiles.
Yes.
Lindsay said they the best though. 18-hour bra is the best. Colleen said, what the what? Natural. It's dirty. They better go get the washing.
But they are. But they started with famous people who started to say that they're not washing. And so then people just, kind of caught on to it. I don't think it's good. I don't care no. Mm-mm.
Okay.
You can do a car wash. Like some nights I run through the shop.
I'm not running through like a car wash. Just
you gotta wash.
You gotta wrench.
Hit
the high points.
Oh my God. You gotta reach out.
Okay. I got more comments. And so I'm going on my page for comments and Bonnet. So somebody.
Okay, so I got your page.
All right. Althea said, I've listened. Consistency is my biggest challenge, but I'm getting out of my own way. Listen, it's worth getting out of your own way. She got the fireworks.
She got the fireworks. The fireworks on consistency.
I'm not sure why that happened. Sorry.
You did a thumbs up or something. Joanne said I was working 7 days a week. I had to stop. I wasn't fit to fool with it. I know that's right.
Yeah.
Some younger generation girls, this is what Althea said. Some younger generation girls choose not to shave their legs and underarms. I couldn't believe it when I found out about this. Yeah, a lot of people are like that. Okay, I want to make sure I was catching. Joanne said Woolworth used to sell them. Is there any Woolworths anymore? Did they all go out of business?
They all went out.
I remember in New York. Okay, so this is really great conversations because this is something that we can take back and like pause and think, because if you are at a place in your life that you're not taking yourself and making yourself number one, you have to make yourself number one. Then you have to understand why. So you have to do that deep dive personally, understanding why do you feel like you're not worth taking the time out and being intentional to get to know yourself. Because a lot of times, listen, especially as parents, you lose yourself sometimes with all the roles that you have, and it's like, who am I? Because I know I work these roles, but who am I? What do I like to do? But you have to take time and do that digging and find out, what do you like? Because sometimes you just do stuff because the kids don't eat this certain thing. I don't cook a lot of things because Well, first of all, I don't cook
You
a
don't
lot.
cook.
You just don't
I
cook.
don't cook a lot of things. Period.
Yeah,
Yeah,
period.
I don't
Yeah.
cook.
I don't
Period.
cook.
In the sentence. I
Yes.
don't cook.
Sorry,
I don't
wait,
cook
what?
a lot of other things because they don't eat it. So then, do I go missing out because I don't? So then later on, it's just like I deprive myself of those things that I like because I'm pleasing them, right? In a
Mhm.
sense, I don't want to waste food because I cook it and but the bottom line is be intentional, love yourself, rebrand yourself. It's okay. Don't worry about nobody saying, oh, I know they did. And you 49 and a half years old. How you going to be starting a new career? How you going to be, just watch me.
Watch.
Watch.
Just watch me.
Mhm.
So I tell you, please, and be consistent with it. Make yourself do a routine, put yourself on the calendar, have a date with yourself. There's so many different things that you can do to make yourself number one.
And I commend the
All right,
Bonnet
anybody want
sisters
to say
who are
anything on
here.
that?
The Bonnet sisters who are here every Sunday. I
Yeah.
commend you because this is a form of self-care for you. This is where you come to laugh, relax. This is why we show up. Half the time I'll be taking a nap. I get up just to come do this because this is how we reset ourselves for the week.
Mhm.
This is a
Yeah.
form of self-care. So you already have the muscle if you've been showing up here on Sunday nights to give yourself your Sunday night at 9. This is your, you're gonna laugh, you might cry, whatever.
Mhm.
That's that same thing. Just try to do something like that every day, and it'll
Yep.
become a habit.
I want to
Most
challenge.
definitely.
I want to challenge some of the Bonnet sisters in the audience. I can remember doing this working in HR. I do this at work. I ask when you get a new job, when you're interviewing places, they ask you to tell, one of the questions they ask you is tell me about yourself, right? So when you answer that question, tell me about yourself, don't say that you're a wife, don't say that you're a mom, don't say that you're an animal parent. Tell me about yourself. What is your favorite color? What do you do on the weekends? What do you do on your time off? What is your pastime? Do you have any hobbies? Do you watch TV? What is the last book you read? Do you read audiobooks? What you mean, like for me, it took me a long time. Those seem like simple questions, but it took me a long time to be able to figure out what those answers to the questions was. I was so used to saying, I'm a quiet mom, I'm this, I'm that, and it involved everybody else
Mm.
but me at my core. So I'm just challenging everybody who's listening or who might see this to take a couple of minutes. Jet Setter said something, I think it was in something else, to write down 5 things, right? So I'm challenging you to write down 5 things about yourself that don't include your status. And when I say
Mm.
status, I mean your job, your spouse, boo, babe, person, object, whatever it is, or your children or animals, right? Just write 5 things that, and it will let somebody know who you are.
Yes. I challenge people to write down 5 things that you are good at or enjoy. That's step one of a do what you know how to do practice. And the second step is figure out how, if any of those you can monetize or make a business out of. But it starts with knowing 5 things that you enjoy or that you're good at. And that is a challenge for many of us. You could think of a couple of things, sure, but 5 things that you are good at. That not
Most
being a
definitely.
mom, like Sheila said, not being somebody's wife, but you. Can you sing? Can you draw? Do you crochet?
Yeah.
You know, what do you enjoy? What
Yeah.
brings you happiness? Do you color?
Joanne said that we are her
Yeah.
golden
That's
girls.
true.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I
Oh,
responded that I'm Sophia.
I want to be bland.
Okay. Oh, you want to play? I'm
oh,
Sophia.
Lord.
Althea said, I miss y'all lives. It's Derek's fault, LOL. But I do watch the replays.
Okay.
We appreciate
Oh,
that. Yeah, we
thanks
appreciate
for
it.
watching the replay. I
Yeah.
wanted to show you all. So I had a women's conference 2 weekends ago, which that story right there by itself is a miracle. I actually hosted it, created the whole conference. It was a day conference. It was Lord, look at you.
Keep doing that.
I was trying to make it happen.
You're so
so what did
funny.
you do? What did you do? Do
Thumbs
it
up.
again.
Whenever I
How
do
did you
this,
do that?
I don't know why.
Oh, wait. Did mine do it? No.
No, you don't have the magic touch. Anyway,
Oh my God. Anyway, y'all distracting. Okay. So that was something. Sometimes you don't know your purpose, and it can be something we think it's so small, and then it just becomes a big thing. So I know this was God just told me to do this women's conference, and if y'all knew the backstory, y'all be like, Sheila, you doing that? Because I pretty much quit serving people in the church. I said it there. I got my bonnet on.
no judgment.
No,
So I was obedient. I was obedient, guys. And it was focused on rediscovering. It was women who pray, rediscovering the power of prayer. But through that, it was a blessing, and a lot of ladies was really blessed. And I was so glad that I was obedient. So I'm saying all of this to say, sometimes you may have an inkling, or God may tell you something in your spirit. Move on it. Don't just say, "Oh, I think something told me to do something." So, and then you question and question, be all in your head, and you don't move, because delayed obedience is disobedience. So you want to move when God tells you to move. And I know this is not a religious show, but I got to tell y'all what I got to tell y'all, because listen, this is my life, and it may bless someone. But through that, it really blessed so many ladies, all the ladies. They all had testimonies of how they was blessed. Why is you turned?
I don't know.
Oh Lord, mercy! It's always one in the group, and see, that's a distraction. Somebody gonna hear this message, okay? Whomever needs to hear this, you're listening to this, because I'm saying it for a reason. Is don't overthink. When God tells you to do something, go ahead and do it. Move, and move quickly. But you're going to hear that small voice, and you're going to get directions. I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know the title till he told me. I didn't know when to do it. He was like, in 3 weeks, boom, 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 do it. Got it done. And it was wonderful. It was a blessing. I got some other people to help me teach it. I did the whole curriculum, everything. So it was blessing. So that's the end of that. I know blessings is going to come when you're obedient. But the part is, you got to be obedient.
yeah.
A lot of people wonder, like, why ain't everything ain't working out for me? You ain't even done the first thing he told you to do. But I'm not even gonna preach to y'all. So at this conference, this is the reason why I was telling you. At this conference, sometimes you don't know your purpose, right? And you almost touch it. And there was one part we was talking about faith. So the girl that the young lady that was teaching that part, she gave us some seeds, and she had some dirt and some flower pots for us to plant. But with this, we planted it that day, so we had to take it home and water it. So that is a first of all, you have to be intentional to take care of this seed.
Mhm.
This has been 2 weeks. So being intentional, understanding it was a representation of having faith. You got to plant it. It's not going to grow the next day, but you've got to nurture it, right? You got to do
Mhm.
something every day. Make sure it's getting light, not too much water, and all of that. But eventually it will grow. But you have to have faith that it's going to grow, because it's a seed. That's what it's supposed to do. So
Mhm.
that's when God tells you to do something, have the faith that is going to happen. So in that, I was very intentional. So she had these little pieces right here that you can stick in there, and you can put whatever you want on it as the plant would grow. So mine was purpose. Okay. So mine was purpose. And I was like, just being intentional so I can walk in my purpose. Other people have faith, they had different things. So as I go and I water my plant and everything. So it's been 2 weeks, and this is my plant.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
wow.
Yes. So this is a demonstration of when you plant a seed
Mhm.
and you water it and you give it the attention that it needs, it will grow.
It will
Mhm.
grow.
It will
Yeah.
grow. And that's
Mhm.
what you do in your life. You've got to be intentional and be consistent with doing it. If you're rebranding, be consistent. If you're just doing something that God is telling you to do, be consistent. If you're serving, be consistent. Because the moment I will stop watering this, it's just going to go down. And it's going to eventually die if I don't be intentional to take care of this. And then what will happen? What will happen to my purpose?
It's dead.
Yep. I got a seed in
Ooh.
the ground,
Mm.
and it's working for my good.
But it's got to work. The seed is not going to work by itself.
That's right.
And that's why we're wondering, like, why is it not working? No. It's got to be activated. This seed had to be activated with the water, the soil, and then you have that soil, that dirt, and which symbolizes the dirt, the things that you go through in your past, and you was down dirty, you was done wrong, and all of that, but it helped you to grow. It helped you to grow.
Yeah.
But we always take our time and we just focus on, woe is me, they did me wrong. But they're kicking the dirt on the seed for you to reach your purpose. So you have to understand, change your mindset. Change your mindset so you can walk in your purpose, and the blessings is going to flow over and over and over again. I have a friend, the blessings just fall on her lap.
Yeah.
Just
Yep.
Because when you walk in your purpose, everybody don't have to know your business.
Exactly. It's not a
everybody don't have to know your business.
That's true. It's not a conference call like So Focus just said.
Nope. No, it's not. So focus on you. And that's what I want to get to you all to understand. If you don't remember anything tonight, focus on you. Make yourself number one and stop having this pity party because whoever did you wrong or whatever Big Mama said you won't gonna be, all these other things, stop it. It's not helping you any. Go beyond where you are and focus and keep those positive people around you because, baby, sometimes you got to let some of this weight all the way down.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
And you listen, you have to let people go when it's time for that season in your life. And I'm going to say this one more thing. So you know how there's eagles and they soar high, right? But there are times when the eagle is in the valley, they have to shed their wings, their old wings, while they're in the valley. But guess what his buddies, the other eagles, are doing? They're soaring around him while he's in that low point in the valley, and they're protecting him while he's there shedding those old wings, right? So the only reason he can fly even higher, he has to get rid of those old wings that's holding him down. So if you don't have the people around you that's going to cover you while you're in that valley moment, those are the wrong people, because what will happen, the buzzards will come, and the people, if you're not having that protection, they're going to come on you because you are down in your lowest point and you're vulnerable and you're not able to defend yourself because you're shedding that oldness off. You're shedding off the pain. You're shedding off the hurt, the disappointment, and you're down in that valley. But that's why it's so important to make sure you have the right people around you to protect you in that time. So when it's time for you to soar, the sky's not the limit. It is only the view.
Yeah.
So understand that's why it's so important, and it hurts when people leave out of your life. It hurts because you have to mourn that old life that you had when you was like, oh, that was my girl. We was way back. But for this season, you don't need them. They're not going to be there for you when you're in that valley. You owe it to yourself to be okay with it and let it go. Disconnect. Let it go, because you're holding your hand closed and no blessings is coming in because you're still trying to hold on to this old life.
Yeah.
And these old memories. And God is trying to say, no, baby, I got you going all the way up here. But no, my friends is here. No, baby. No, let it go. I need you to soar. When you get out of that lonely place, when you get out of that time where you're in the midnight hour, you're crying, nobody don't understand what's going on. You don't know how things are going to work. You don't know how you're going to pay this bill. Your kids is acting and they done lost their everlasting mind, and your family is crazy. Right?
Right.
And then that's all dirt. That's all the dirt that's trying to keep you down. But they don't know that that's helping you grow to the person that God is intending for you to be.
Mm-hmm.
The doors
See,
of the
Law.
church are open.
Now open. Okay.
Exactly.
Sheila,
Will
hold
there
up.
be
I
one?
mean,
Will there be one?
will there be one?
The
Bonnet, stay
Bonnet
quiet.
Baptist Church.
Hold up that plant one more time, please.
Yeah, that's powerful.
Do y'all see how this plant, back it up a little bit. Do y'all see how that plant is leaning over, right? The plant is growing so fast in that little bit of time that it does not even have room to stand up straight anymore. It
Mm-hmm.
is now leaning over. Understand that when you are in alignment with God and what He is telling you to do, y'all, I am not preaching, but this is what my spirit is saying, so that's what I got to say. When you are in alignment with what God is telling you to do, He will move expeditiously in your life. He will move fast, He will move expeditiously, and He will move how He is going to move. That plant is less than a month old and it is already outgrowing the pot that it originally came in. Please understand, when you are in the valley, when you are in this pruning season, okay? I live in Florida. We got snakes, we got alligators. I'm gonna tell y'all something about a snake, okay? When a snake sheds its skin, it doesn't do it on flat ground. It does it in rocks and in places that are hard and grimy and uncomfortable. That's your life.
Mm-hmm.
This is your life. When God is taking you somewhere, there is greater on the other side of through. I can't tell y'all what that look like. I just know because I've heard that there's greater on the other side of through. I choose not to say a journey because typically when people talk about a journey, they talk about a good time. I ain't gonna lie. This shit ain't funny. This ain't good. This ain't happy, but it's necessary. Okay. To quote Fantasia, I ain't gonna sing it, but it's necessary. This season is necessary for you to go where He's having you to go. You will be lonely. This is why it's important for you to learn how to like being by yourself, because you will be lonely. You will be hurt. It is important for you to understand the grieving process. You will grieve people who are still alive. Right? It is important for you to understand how to let go. These same people who, hey girl, them same ninjas that's talking behind your back and PREY on you and saying they PRAY for you. Okay. Ask God for the gift of discernment and utilize it. Utilize it. Okay. Get yourself around a group of people who are going to be there when you don't have no words, right? I have two friends who will say, Angela, what do you need? Not what's going on, not what's happening. Angela, what do you need? Right? Get some people that will pray for you when you don't have the strength to pray for yourself. Get some people who will go into fasting and for you when you can't do these things for yourself, right? Colleen said, in the valley, the eagles are surrounding him and he will be shedding those old wings. Amy said, preach. Colleen said, wow, let it go. Amy said, come on, Pastor number 2. And the kids said the Easter speeches folks didn't even know they needed this.
And here's another pro tip. Those people are in this group.
Yes.
Those people are in these comments.
Yes. Yes.
This is a community.
Yes.
We're not huge and we don't need to be.
No.
Right.
No, we don't have strength in numbers.
No.
We have a niche
We
and
have
we have a small circle and we like it that way.
Mhm.
This is how it works. This is how we thrive, right? So I can't, I may not be as experienced as other people when it comes to what it's like on the other side, right? But I can talk to y'all about what going through looks like. I can talk to y'all about losing everything that made any sense to me, right? Like I can talk to y'all about how on Monday it's one way and on Tuesday you wake up and it's totally different. My whole life was turned around, but I can tell you about having people that prayed for me. And I can tell you about having people that stood in the paint for me when I couldn't stand on my own. I can tell you about people who I know prayed for me, people who dropped food at my house, people who made sure I took a bath, right? I can tell you about that. And I can tell you about being stupid and telling God no. And how going through, it's just easier to be obedient.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Meredith,
just easier.
Meredith said obedience is better than sacrifice.
Yes. Oh,
Althea said you're talking my language now. Althea also said gotta fertilize it too. Weed and feed. Meredith
mhm.
says when their season is up, let them go. Don't
Yes.
try to hold on to them with some duct tape. Um,
Oh my God. Yes.
Joanne said, Amen. And she also said, God said he was speeding things up in this season. My
Mm.
watch speed up 2 times without stopping, and my alarm clock did the same thing.
Wow.
Hmm.
I mean,
Oh,
Come on
smash.
wow.
now. Come
Yeah.
on now.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Colleen said this season is necessary. So thankful for discernment. Amy said, y'all tag teaming us awesome. Colleen said, yes, so thankful for this beautiful community.
Yes.
Oh yes, most definitely. It's
Yes.
a blessing, and you can reach out and just to have a conversation, just to feel that you're in a place where people genuinely care for you,
Mm-hmm.
and you ain't gonna hear it nowhere else, you
Right.
know. And it's such a blessing. You can inbox us or however you want to talk. We've had that several times. People inbox us and just say, "Hey, I just appreciate y'all," or "I need this," or that. I need just to talk to someone. So
Mm-hmm.
it's very important just to know who you have in your corner and trust them, because this has not happened by chance. And I intentionally wanted to speak to the ladies because y'all, so many ladies that are at their wits end,
Mm-hmm.
but we got you and we understand, but you're going to make it through.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
There is a light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, my husband normally, I'm the positive one, I would say, but there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and he'll be like, yeah, but it's attached to a freight train. I'm like, I'm like, geez, stop trying to be positive
And I will be just like your husband.
here. Like, come on.
But you don't hear
But
that horn attached to that light, lady.
but yeah, so this was a really good conversation. I think we need to have some of these a little bit more often, just so people can vent and let you know that we all have been in the same place one time of another,
Or right now.
or
Oh yeah.
right now.
Right.
We've been in the valley, we've been in the mountain, we've been halfway, we've been slid down the whole mountain, just skinning our leg up, getting strawberries on the legs and all that other stuff, just to the white meat. But just understand we're here. I don't know. I just love this community. I really, really do. And I just love it. I just love it. All right. We can go our last words. I don't know. I'm just so full right now. I'm blessed to have you all, my bonnet sisters. All right, let's do our closing. All right, let's see if, oh Lord. So
Stop trying to be me. Stay in your own lane.
So we just do the hearts or something. See if you can do another one. Try the hearts.
I think
are you
it's
on
on
your
my
iPad?
I'm on my iPad.
I'm on
It's
my
on the
phone,
iPhone.
iPhone.
Oh, that's why.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a few different ones, but I'm on my iPad and it's an older version.
oh Lord.
Or I could just have special talents.
Uh, really, really.
Sorry.
Althea said, all warm and fuzzy inside. Appreciate all of you. We appreciate you too,
We
Althea.
appreciate you too,
So
Miss
glad you could
Althea.
be here
Yes.
live with us
Yeah,
tonight.
Derek is not live, so
All
we
right,
got our crew.
Yes.
definitely so. All right, closing remarks. Who wants to go first?
I will
Oh, Lord.
give so focus some time. So
Right.
I don't know if this is a remark more than a suggestion in the theme of what we've been talking about. If you have not watched Shirley yet, which is a movie on Netflix that Regina King and her sister produced, Regina King stars as Shirley, it's right in the themes of what we've been talking about tonight. Shirley Chisholm, as we know, was the first Black woman to run for president. She didn't win. She didn't even come close to winning, but her journey is like our journey. It was up, it was down more, it was down in the dumps, and she was up, and then she got stabbed in the back, and she ended up just doing what was best for her, and she went, out, in history. She made
Yeah.
history. It's on Netflix. I highly recommend it. If you want to close out Women's History Month with a good story of a strong woman who she still defied the odds, even though she didn't win.
Yeah.
I keep her campaign poster on a wall in my office underneath Barack Obama's picture, just kind of as a symbolic thing in my weird little head. I also have like the Constitution and the Bill of Rights on my wall, so I'm weird, but Shirley is there. I suggest that you watch it, just to see that even as she was a congresswoman, she was going through the same things that we sometimes go through,
Right.
but on a bigger stage. And so if she could do that, I can do whatever it is I'm facing. It's where I came out of watching that film.
Especially with her family. Her family gave her, Lord
And
Jesus.
They
Family gonna give you a hard time.
She had jealousy. She had people, working against her behind her back. She had people that promised her things and turned around and did the other thing. She had a husband that felt like she didn't respect him because she didn't. She dumped him and married a campaign manager. Like, she got it all. She got everything in one. So it's just a good way to say. Sometimes it helps to know it's not just me. Sometimes we feel like it's me. I'm cursed. I'm stupid. I'm ugly. Whatever. It's never just you. It's life. And so it's always good sometimes to be able to see somebody else's struggle, even if it's in a movie, to know that if she can do that, I can do whatever I'm facing. That's all.
Right.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Great movie. Good suggestion, sis.
Regina King's sister played in that movie too. A lot of people didn't know that was her actual sister.
The girl who was her sister?
When they were sitting in the diner, I think it was the diner. The lady that was sitting right across from
her sister.
That's Regina King's sister.
I didn't know that. I knew her sister co-produced it, but I didn't know who she was.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. Okay. I was like, wait, what? But yeah.
And one more thing on that before, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Piggybacking off on No Nonsense thing about grief. This was the first thing that Regina did coming out of the grief of losing her only son. She did this in that space. And this was her first time coming back out into the public after having gone, in a hole really for 2 years. So add that to it when you're watching it. Whatever you're going through, you can still find something that you can pour yourself into. For her, it was this movie to help pull you back out into what you do, which for her is acting. All right, I'm quiet now. Sorry.
Love it.
And if you haven't seen the interview with Regina King, watch the interview. One of my takeaways from the interview, which I love, she said, grief is love that has nowhere to go.
Yeah.
I was like, woo, that's loud. Like, that's loud. Like, I thought that was so good. But my final words for the week, just remember, like Sheila said, that you have a seed in the ground and it's working for your good as long as you work it. Tomorrow is the first day of the second quarter. For my business owners, non-business owners, it is the second quarter. Let's go. Write those goals down. Achieve those goals. Check them off. Wash your bonnets.
Yes.
That is all I have.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
So you guys
Wow.
know every Sunday I remind you how splendorifical you are. So I am just going to remind you again for all the new people. And Wendy and Nakia, I don't think we spoke to y'all. So hey y'all, I'm sorry. Yes, tomorrow is the first day of second quarter. But I need you to understand how splendorifical you are. And I don't care if your strength comes from in between your toes, okay? Find a little pinch. Find a little pinch. As a matter of fact, if I was prepared, I would show y'all something. I'll have it next week, though. Y'all see my fingernail? Right? Can y'all see my fingernail?
Yeah.
I can put a pile of mustard seeds. This is my real fingernail. I can put a pile of mustard seeds in my fingernail, right? God says this is all the faith I need. A mustard seed, right? If you have the faith of a mustard seed, you can move mountains. I know that once you get out of yourself, then you can make that mountain move. You can speak to it and it will move. So I hope y'all have a splendorifical week. I also need you to know tomorrow is April 1st. You got 15 days to file your taxes or get an extension. Okay? 15 days. 15 days. That's all you got. File your taxes, get an extension.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Thank you all, everyone that showed up tonight. Thank you for being active in the comments. We can just hear y'all talking. When we're reading it, we can hear y'all talking, and we appreciate that. We appreciate you coming by. Just remember, we're on Sunday nights at 9 o'clock, non-judgmental girl talk, and understand that you are loved and you are highly appreciated. When you walk fully in your purpose, everything that you touch will turn to gold, like for real, for real. So make it worth it. Make everything that you've gone through, don't let it be in vain. Don't let the dirt that's been piling on you be in vain. Water it, give it attention, give that seed the attention that it needs for it to grow. This little plant, like I said, is only 2 weeks old. Give it time, give it attention. Be intentional about yourself, your self-care, your mental state. It's very important. And make sure you find those people that intentionally care for you, that will pray, Pray, instead of Prey, on you. Okay? So it's very important. Other than that, I think that's it. Y'all have a wonderful week. I'm so happy for you guys. Y'all gonna have a wonderful week. Smooches, smooches, oh Lord, she's trying to make the. There she go. It's so funny because her bonnet gets like out of the way, so you don't have a head cold no more. All right, y'all have a good night. Good night, Bonnet sisters. Take care. Bye bye.
Good night.